Joining me now, Pennsylvania Representative Madeline Dean, a Democratic member of the House Judiciary Committee. Welcome. Good to see you as always. I know you're in sunny L.A., where it's a beautiful day there. But I want to play for you, ma'am, what Attorney General Bill Barr had to say in his interview this after the president tweeted about Roger Stone's sentencing guidelines from DOJ prosecutors. So here's that.
I'm not going to be bullied or influenced by anybody, and I said at the time, whether it's Congress, newspaper, editorial boards, or the president. I'm going to do what I think is right. And, I think I cannot do my job here at the department with a constant background commentary that undercuts me.
Do you think this gives Bill Barr any cover for the DOJ's decision to go against the recommendations of its prosecutors in this case?
Good morning or good afternoon from Los Angeles. I'm glad to be with you on this President's Day weekend. And I want to start with the premise that what we have witnessed over the course of the last 3 years with this president is someone who has an utter disregard for the Constitution, for the rule of law, for the independence of the Department of Justice. Mr. Barr's comments, I think, are thin cover for the work that he has done on behalf of the president. It was just hours after the president complained of Roger Stone's sentencing recommendation that this attorney general, who is supposed to be independent of the president, went to the prosecutors and said, reduce that sentencing recommendation. And what we saw were 4 career prosecutors quit in protest. That's a dramatic statement about the lack of independence of Mr. Barr. Mr. Barr's credibility is in tatters.
Those 4 quitting the case, 1 even actually quitting the DOJ and leaving altogether. Did you ever question the initial recommendation of 7 to 9 years for Roger Stone?
No, for the very reason that I don't think the president should be questioning it. It's none of my business. It is not my job. We do need an independent judiciary. We need an independent Department of Justice and people who really took a look at the case. And the judge who knows that this gentleman is convicted, it'll be up to the judge. I have no recommendation on sentencing.
So as the president faces accusations of interfering in this Roger Stone case, I know that your colleague on Judiciary, Eric Swalwell, had this to say. Let's listen.
Might you impeach him over this, over Roger Stone and the sentencing?
You know, we're not going to take our options off the table, but we're not going to let him just, torch this democracy because he thinks that he's been let off once and we're not going to do something about it.
Are all options, including impeachment, still on the table?
I have no interest in speculating on future impeachment. We do know that Mr. Barr is coming before our committee, the Judiciary Committee, on March the 31st, when we can ask important oversight questions about his independence and about the independence of the Department of Justice. What I want to talk about is the fact that this president has used the levers of power for his own personal political gain. We're just seeing more of that. And yet what we did in the House is we have this president forever impeached. You know what I really want to talk about is some of the things that we've done. We have been legislating all the while. I'm very proud to tell you that we took a vote yesterday to get ERA, the Equal Rights Amendment, 1 step closer to being enshrined in our Constitution. I'm out here visiting my not quite 4-month-old granddaughter, and when I came in the door last night, I made sure I told her her grandmother was a part of the vote to make sure that women are equal to men under our Constitution. We're also looking at infrastructure. We have passed H.R. 3, prescription drug cost containment and cost controls. We passed H.R. 1 to protect our elections. Take a look at this president and this Senate, who is doing nothing with the important legislation that this House has been passing all session long.
Well, I applaud you on that. ERA, infrastructure, prescription drugs, all excellent things to be getting, moving forward, moving those balls forward. But a question to you would be on the DOJ's role, how this has unfolded in the politically charged cases this week. Do you think it is a reflection of Donald Trump feeling like he's unbridled, he has unbridled power after the impeachment acquittal?
I think that's a part of it. That's maybe part of the ingredients of what is going on. But the president has acted like this all along. He acted like this in business. He has acted like this in his campaign. He believes in moving the levers of power, whatever they happen to be. Now it just happens to be the levers of the United States government for his own political and personal gain. And you see he has surrounded himself with people who are on domestic political errands for him, whether it is Attorney General Barr, Ambassador Sondland, Rudy Giuliani, and many, many others. But he is emboldened. He believes because of the Senate's failure to even have a fair trial and then to whitewash and acquit him, covering up his wrongdoing, that he is not to be held accountable. I'll tell you what my constituents think. They're tired of the chaos. They're tired of the corruption. They're tired of waking up every day saying, how did the president abuse his office for his own personal gain? So we'll keep pointing out for the people what is going on. We'll keep legislating, and then it will be up to the people in November, and I believe they will turn Mr. Trump away.
Okay. Pennsylvania Representative Madeleine Dean, thank you so much. It's good to see you, and enjoy the trip seeing your granddaughter. It's pretty special.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.